Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric, and today we're going to talk about an Xbox One game by the name of Fade to Silence. This came out also on PlayStation 4 and PC, so I wanted to go ahead and give it a look-see. It looked like an action RPG type of game that takes place in a very bleak, winter-like world. There's been like an apocalypse or anything, and like humanity is suffering, and you play as a character that has some kind of like curse demon death spirit following after him. There's a lot of narrative here that looked really interesting, and it has some survival elements. So I figured, why don't we give this game a little look and see if we can sink our teeth into it, guys. So today's video is all about Fade to Silence for the Xbox One. And if you're brand new to the channel, guys, feel free to throw a subscription, and let's go ahead and get this game started. So Fade to Silence, through and through, is a survival game. You're playing as a character that has to face harsh elements in the winter. So the main thing that works against you is your warmth. You have to keep your character warm, and every so often there will be a blizzard that comes through, and you have to find shelter quickly, either by going back to your base camp, which is basically like the hub where your character spawns each and every single time, and several different shelters that are hidden throughout the map. And there's barrels that you have to find, firewood to light, and they only light for so long and stuff. So there is a survival element with warmth, but also with hunger. You have to find food and keep yourself fed. So there's like a race to kind of survive, and you only have so many respawns. If you die and you're playing survival mode in this game, your character could only respawn so many times. Thankfully, as you progress, you are able to get a certain item that allows you to have an additional respawn. But the whole point of this game is to basically try to last and survive as long as you can, explore the map as best as you can, find survivors, because there's a weird like epidemic going on that has survivors that are like poisoned by some kind of like thing that has tentacles and stuff, and every once in a while you find some kind of like hive and you have to like destroy it, and you'll find survivors. You'll also find wolves that you can tame and use for your bobsled that allow you to travel quicker. So there's elements of like Dark Souls, I guess, as far as like the fighting mechanics and everything go, because you have a slow attack that's like heavy, you have a quick attack, you have blocking and everything. And to be honest, the combat in this game is actually kind of janky at times. The hit detection kind of sucks, and it seems that you have to kind of like upgrade and grind for quite some time, and that's obvious when it comes to games that are RPGs such as this. You have your daughter with you at base camp, and again, as I mentioned, you have followers that you can run into, invite them over, and they can help you out. They can work for you. They can develop. There's construction elements in here. You can build huts. You can build workshops, butcher shops to produce food, a place for your sled and your dogs. So all this has to do with finding materials and stuff that are scattered throughout the world. It is what it is. It actually is a lot more in depth and bigger than I expected. Going into this, I didn't think it was going to be a game that took a lot of hours of grinding and gameplay. So when that popped up, and I was like, wow, THQ Nordic actually did a pretty good job presenting this. However, there was a lot of stuff that left it to be desired for me. For example, it felt too difficult with the combat. I don't know if I was trying to do too much at once, but finding a place, getting that combat, fighting and then just dying over some kind of random bullcrap, like a thing popping out of the ground, or just some kind of enemy just spawning and running at me and killing my last life, and then having to start all the way fucking over back at camp, losing my materials that I had, losing my progress, and then making my way all the way back across the map to where I was at, just to have it happen again and then just get a complete game over. Kind of was a little frustrating. Now, there is a mode that's easier where you have unlimited respawns, unlimited lives, but your achievements, anything that you get towards like a actual completion rate grade on this game, do not count. So it is kind of a neat premise and everything, but to be completely honest, it might not be anyone's cup of tea, just because it just kind of feels barren at times. And sure, you're scavenging like a endless winter world and stuff, but at times just it felt a little too barren in the exploration. You know, there's a building here or there, you know, a vacant bus that you find once in a while. But to be honest, compared to other games with similar premises like Fallout, it just felt like it missed the mark just a tiny bit. It felt like there was a good amount of potential here for Fade to Silence to be a really good game, but playing a few hours in, I was just like, I don't know. I felt like I really wasn't having as much fun as I thought I would. And I guess a lot of that came from the concept of having to explore and gather your materials and stuff, but really the amount of materials and stuff that you found littered throughout the environment just really didn't feel like they were they didn't pop up enough. They felt few and far between. It felt like I was just finding firewood, and sure, I could have crafted some stuff, but it felt like progression in the game was very slow, and you had to worry about other things such as food and not freezing to death. It just felt like everything kind of canceled itself. It didn't really coincide together, if that makes any sense. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and share some gameplay with you guys, just so you can see the mechanics and stuff like that. Get a little idea. Okay, guys, so this is like the main, like, beginning part of the game. You kind of spawn, like, in this crypt. But anyways, this is the area where I guess your village is at. And this is where when you bring your survivors, your wolves, your daughter's also here. Kind of have like a little outpost that's set up right here. As you can see, it is wintry, as I mentioned, and you have to keep fueling the container right here in order to keep everybody warm. So I'm gonna fuel it up, and that keeps the camp warm. And one of the ideas is that you have to see, now that's like the demon, death, evil spirit that comes after you. And I'm in the process of getting stuff to build this this hut here. There's also like, I guess, city building elements and stuff like that. So like now I need to get enough people to be able to assign. Oh wow! So now there's something here. I have to clean this up. So a lot of times you find these things, you have to clean up what's at your place. This is like the evil plague type of thing that's coming and infected your area. I've never seen it in camp, but I guess... Do I have a new follower? Or did he... Oh, that was one of my regular followers. I guess he got stuck. So I didn't know your guys could get attacked still. So yeah, just to show you guys a little bit of the gameplay. I'm not going to go like too hardcore in a mission or anything. You have like a big snowy world. You have a vision also. I didn't mention earlier, but you have a vision that can show you stuff on the map. Like that blue thing in the back is an outpost, and that yellow thing's like a place of interest. And then you'll be able to see items on the ground pop up through that vision. It doesn't look like there's anything really. Like there's a deer over there, but I haven't built something that I can attack them with. It has elements of other games that are open world. You know, a little bit of Skyrim, a little bit of Fallout. The main thing to keep an eye on is your health with your food and your warmth. And I'm not sure if the food also affects your camp. I know my people keep complaining about being hungry. So I think the main thing to do is find a steady supply of food and get people set up. I'm not finding any kind of freaking items out here. So that's a little concerning. Trying to find firewood and stuff that I could freaking build with. Anyways, let's go to the outpost that I found. I found an outpost the other day. Defeated some creatures and stuff. Oh, looks like there's an enemy or something. So once in a while you'll find this thing up in the sky will shoot crap down at you. It is really barren at times. It feels like there's not much to look at. Things like that. Every once in a while you'll come up across a bus, like so. That'll have... Oh shit, see? I hate that. I've died so many times unfairly just because some kind of weird fucking creature comes and runs at me. They're like kamikaze creatures. And also jump scared the crap out of me. I'm not sure if the outpost might have a survivor or something that we could get a little look-see at. Okay, of course you run out of stamina and stuff, so I ran out of stamina just then. But it slowly picks up, so it kind of has a little bit of a mismatch of everything. Like I said, just I feel... Oh, there we go. Found some stuff. Gathering is a big part of the game. I don't even think I can go up that way. Gathering is definitely a big part of the game. So, yeah. Oh, something's attacking me. It's a spitter. These are called spitters. So here we go. I have a torch to defend myself with. I'm sure you could craft other stuff eventually. So you got this swing, and then you got a big heavy swing like that, and you're limited by you can even roll, but you're limited by your stamina. So it does have a Skyrim vibe with its battle. And yeah, that was an example of combat. I don't think it was executed too well in the way that it goes, but yeah. Spend a couple more minutes. We'll go and check out this outpost. Don't want to take too long and bore you guys. I'm sure you could tell basically whether you would want to look into this game or not just by what you've seen so far. Again, I feel the plot at times is a little too... I don't know. It's not as entertaining as I would have hoped. And I've played for a few hours. The game does take quite a bit to progress, especially because of its difficulty for me. I've died so many times already, and it just takes forever to get somewhere. That's why it's good to get the bobsled ASAP. And I thought I had a dog, but I didn't see the guy in camp, so I'm not even sure where my dogs went. I unlocked the dog. I guess I have to build the hear another animal or creature somewhere. I guess I have to unlock the bobsled building still in order to get the benefits. And see, this is an outpost that I found, or that I opened up. I always accidentally push B instead of A, by the way. I don't know if I have to like balance. Thought you could climb on the end of stuff, but apparently not. I have no idea what that was. Pristine wood. Yeah, and here's some items here. See, it took me a while to find some stuff. There we go. Got some pristine wood, guys. Not just regular wood. Some pristine wood. The good stuff. So this is the outpost I've unlocked. And of course, there's like a light barrel. Things like that. So the game is mostly about... Oh wow, there's a lot of items here. Definitely resource management is is vital to success. I have to come back. I wish there was a fast travel, but it doesn't look like... Wow, look at all that. Nice. So I obviously, you know, I don't know if maybe you could start building here and get your followers to come in this location, but the outposts are very important. So this is definitely a game that does have a lot of exploration and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and go to concluding thoughts before I bore you guys any further. And then the combat just felt a little weak. It is based off of a stamina meter, so you could run out of stamina in the middle of just being bombarded by a bunch of enemies. And even though you never really get totally like caught off guard with more than one enemy at once, there's times where the game does get pretty intense, and the NPCs that are actually with you are worthless. And I found this to be a common issue in a lot of open world games, and this game definitely suffers through some problems that other games deal with as well. Again, you know, the idea of having to hunt and stay warm, find materials, gather it, you know, like start a fire, kill a deer, use it to get food and to be, you know, make materials and stuff. It's all pretty cool, you know. I like survival game elements and things of that nature. I like, you know, stuff being realistic and being incorporated to the games, but for whatever reason it really felt like Fade to Silence was kind of, I don't know, a little too much of a grind, a little too tedious and slow for me, and not enough payoff as far as plot goes, as far as like, you know, progression goes. I really felt like it was just moving a little too slow for me. So I don't know if I could definitely recommend it. You know, for me personally, I don't think this game is a buy. I would probably rank it as a 6 out of 10 if I was going to be completely honest on my rankings. But I don't know, it's average, and it felt like there was nothing really new compared to like other games of the same type of genre that I've ever played, and then whatever was there just didn't kind of like go above and beyond. So I don't know, maybe it's just me, I could be wrong, but don't take my word for it. If this looks like something that you want to sink your teeth into, by all means find out for yourself. And I guess that's it for the review, guys. Thanks a lot as always for watching. I will see you on the next video. Have a great day. Consider supporting 8-Bit Eric on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description.